Hey everyone, this is your girl, and welcome back to my channel, My Opinions Vlog. Now I'm going to talk about the story that I had seen originally on YouTube, but it took place on TikTok, okay? I'm going to jump straight into things, okay? Now this is a video that I seen about 3 days ago. It came up in my YouTube news feed, and it's regarding a travel nurse that goes by the name of Curtis, okay? Now, the travel nurse Curtis decided to do a video in response to a popular TikTok mukbanger or mukbanger. I don't know how y'all pronounce it. But basically, the young lady, her name is CEKEYUS Jones. She's very popular on TikTok. She has over 1 million followers. I've tapped into this woman's channel on and off in the recent months. She has a very friendly family channel. She is not a very problematic content creator. She just eats, cooks for her husband. Sometimes she does clothing hauls. She makes little skits with her husband, and that's all. This young woman, CEKEYUS, don't bother nobody. So I don't see why people come for her, because she is a plus size mukbanger, and I think this is what people is irritated about, that they feel like she consumes a lot of unhealthy food like all other mukbangers. Some may be big and some may be smaller in shape, or, what I'm saying, run however, but still, everybody consuming unhealthy, starchy, fatty, high cholesterol foods. Not only just CEKEYUS, but people tend to target her because she's a plus size woman. And not only that, like I said, she has over 1 million followers and counting. So I think she gets a lot of hate. Not only that, she's a married woman. I think she got married over a year and some change ago to her husband. He also does food videos with her. She's not only by herself. So a lot of people be so quick, like, oh, she's so big, that's why she can't find a man. And she can't secure a ring. She done it. So people still complaining. But anyways, the travel nurse Curtis decided to add her and do a video in response to CEKEYUS' unhealthy eating habits. Now, he starts off by saying that he was a fan of hers, and I think he still is, and that he watched a couple of her videos. He likes the food that she cooks. He likes her videos and all the other bullshit. Just kind of like, oh, I like you, girl. I've been supporting, and you know what? I understand the food is good, but he goes to say it's unhealthy. It's not good. Let me stop right quick, y'all. I'm very highly congested. I'm going through seasonal allergies, so you're probably going to hear my voice and I sound a little funny because I'm congested in the nose, and I'm trying to struggle to breathe and talk at the same time, but I'm going to continue my commentary. Just by the way, you might be like, oh, you sound a little funny. Are you heavy breathing? That's because I'm highly congested. So Nurse Curtis continues to tell CEKEYUS, hey, if you continue eating starchy, greasy, unhealthy, fatty foods, it's going to clog your arteries. You could accumulate high blood pressure. You could become diabetic if you don't stop your unhealthy eating habits and consuming so much unhealthy food. This is what Nurse Curtis tells CEKEYUS in the video. He also goes to tell her that he also used to be a plus size man himself, but he had the gastric sleeves. So, he lost a lot of weight, and he decided to change his eating habits to choose more healthier, wiser foods for his health. Now, of course, Nurse Curtis, he got a lot of negative backlash pertaining to the video that he at CEKEYUS Jones in. And, mind you, this woman don't bother nobody. She gets a lot of hate. She gets trolled. She knows there's a lot of people that make videos about her, eating and consuming large plates of food. And, how big she is sitting up there eating all this food is not a good look. She's used to people making negative videos about her, saying negative things. She don't care. And the young woman really don't respond to a lot of videos people make about her, because she know they haters and she know they clout chasing. They know she's big on TikTok. So a lot of time people decide to do videos in regard to her because they know that it's going to trend and they are going to get a lot of views when they talk about her or put her name in the title. And Nurse Curtis knows this. He's been watching CEKEYUS for a long time. He probably seen a lot of videos of people, being negative, bullying her about her being plus size and she's so big she needs to stop eating. He's aware of these videos. He himself, as a nurse, a registered nurse who holds a medical license, decide to add on the bullying of CEKEYUS by making this public video knowing that it may and may not go viral, which it did. On both of his videos that he made about CEKEYUS, it has millions of views. Now, the second one, he says that he apologized. She blocks him. You know what I'm saying? He apologized to her and the husband. And he goes to explain that he was not trying to bully her or fat shame her or make her feel any kind of way. But that's what you achieve and that's what you done, Nurse Curtis. You fully got to be aware. And like I said, you a man that seemed like he is in his mid-late 40s. You should know how a public social media platform works and how a social media site works. When a bullying gets going, it's nonstop. And you said that you've been following her and you're a fan of her content for a while. So you have to see, you had to see the harsh videos and the harsh comments that's under this woman video on a daily basis. So don't act like you don't know Nurse Curtis. You knew exactly what you were doing when you made a video in response to this young woman. A public video at that. Now, you said that you were being genuinely concerned about her health, and it was coming from a positive, a good, healthy, conscious place. Why did you not jump in her inbox? Why do you feel the need to make a public video reaching out to her? You knew what the fuck you were doing. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but not really. You knew what the fuck you was doing, Nurse Curtis. If you really was concerned, you could have inboxed that woman. You could have sent her email, because if you go on her channel, she has her contact information. But you knew you were doing by making this public, and you knew it would get traction. And you would get a lot of, naysayers, haters, trolls. People don't like this young woman to, respond and leave negative comments on your video agreeing with your motherfucking bullshit rhetoric. This woman did not ask for your advice. She didn't send for you. She don't make videos saying that, you know what, she's looking to change her eating habits and she's looking to make a health conscious decision. This woman have not said none of this. She didn't ask for you to advocate for her to eat healthier. You did this on your own. And then the nerve of you, Curtis Nerdist, to let us know that you are a registered nurse. You a travel registered nurse. And to use your profession, your medical license as a scapegoat, as a pass to say, you know what, I'm a registered nurse, so I can talk about her and I can give her advice. Because that's part of my job description. This is what I do. This is my profession. First of all, you are a registered nurse, Curtis. You're not a fucking doctor. A lot of you fucking nurses feel like y'all are doctors and y'all not. And y'all act like y'all doctors. Second of all, you're not being paid to reach out to this young woman. No one is paying you to, give her any health conscious advice or any health consultation. You did this on your own motherfucking reach. Third of all, you should be ashamed of yourself. And this is quite unprofessional and unethical with you being a registered nurse. As you being a registered nurse. This is not a good look. We don't see, there's thousands, hundreds of registered nurses. You don't see them on here adding certain people about their health. Now, they may give general advice about just, the body or any medical, condition, however. Just talking about in general. They're not pinpointing or adding an individual like you are, Nurse Curtis. So you knew exactly what the fuck you were doing. And the nerve of you to want to apologize. The only reason why you want to apologize because you have her fans coming at you. You have a lot of videos in response to the shit that you did. And it's not positive, it's negative. You're not getting, the feedback that you were looking for or the hope to gain. Because as I say again, this young woman have heard this 1,000 times about her weight. She's fully aware and she's very self-conscious as how she look. She knows she's an overweight, obese woman. She don't need you to be a constant daily reminder. Because she already got the naysayers and the haters and the trolls in her comment reminding her that she's an obese woman and she's eating unhealthy. But the fact that the nerve of you and the fact that you try to use your profession and you being a registered nurse as a pass or reason for you to come at this woman. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. And if I was CEKEYUS, lucky her than me, I would probably contact your fucking job. Because you didn't have to do this. Now, yes, you have every right to make a video. You have every right to, respond and I guess clout chase and make a video as to what you don't like. But the fact that you said that you are mandated as a registered nurse, as a licensed professional to counsel her, you know what I'm saying, to educate her, that's where you were wrong. That's where you took me. And you did that because it was very calculated. Now you give me narcissist vibes. Oh, I'm a registered nurse, so that gave me a reason to go after, you know what I'm saying, obese, overweight person and to shame them in a way, but just being condescending about it. Not calling her fat, but just saying, oh, you know what, I like you. And then the way you try to let her down, you know, you kind of like, oh, I support you. I'm your number one fan. And then here go the letdown. This is not good to consume all this unhealthy eating. And this is what's going to happen if you continue. And you're going to give your sob story. You know what I'm saying? This was very calculated and very manipulative. And a lot of the people that don't like her, of course, they give you a pass. And of course, they say that you were being nice. You were being wholeheartedly genuine by your response. It wasn't negative. Your whole video was negative. And it was wrong. Because this woman did not reach out to you. She didn't ask you for your advice or your opinion about her health. You did it because you wanted to, like I said, have a viral moment. And you wanted to see where, I guess, it can go. Or where it's going to get you. You got a couple of hundred followers. And you got millions of views on your video. Congratulations. I'm pretty sure you got monetized. You was straight up clout chasing this young woman. And like she said, for all the ones that got a problem, she came up with a solution. Won't y'all, you know, set up a GoFundMe to 250K, maybe 270, because you got to pay the GoFundMe, you know, their fee. Give me 250K, and I will be what y'all want me to be. I will get cut up and done up, and I will be a builder body. I will suck all this fat out, get a tummy tuck, get a little BBL, okay, contour my body to make y'all happy. That's what you can do for me. She was being sarcastic, but I don't blame her. Since y'all got a problem, since this is y'all problem, not my problem, I don't got a problem with how I look. Y'all got a problem with how I look. So why don't y'all go ahead and put your money where your mouth is, okay? And why don't y'all come up with the funds? So I can get all this fat, you know what I'm saying, sucked and tucked for y'all like it. And I love her response because, like I said, she don't respond, and she probably ain't going to respond again. But she seen that this, you know, got a lot of traction, people inboxing her and adding her. She decided to dress this in a nice manner because, like I said, if it would have been somebody else ghetto, unapologetic, and rude, he would have got cursed the fuck out. He knew exactly what he was doing. He discussed me as a registered nurse and as a medical professional. That does not give you the right to come after this woman. You're wrong. And you better be lucky there isn't those, you know, clause or policy when you're a registered nurse. Because some people get fired when they do things outside of their jobs, outside of their practice and their job. A lot of time they lose their job behind stuff like this. And I hope that her fans contact their job. And I hate to say this because I don't like when somebody, you know, get doxxed or somebody, you know, go after their job and stuff. But since he decided to include his job in this response video, he didn't have to. He could have just been a regular content creator or a regular viewer making a video. But when he put his medical profession license on the line to address this woman, this is when you, how you say, brought up your job. This is when the job, you know, entered this whole conversation because of you. So I wouldn't be surprised if her follower decided to find out where you work and contact your job and show them that tasteless, nasty, immature goddamn video that you made in response to this woman who didn't bother you, who don't even know who the fuck you are. And I hope you get suspended. I don't hope you lose your job, but I hope you get suspended. Teach you a lesson. Stop talking too fucking much. You could have did the video without letting us know that you was a motherfucking nurse. Or letting us know that you're mandated to, you know what I'm saying, advise an overweight woman about their health. You are not fucking mandated. You made that shit up for your own leisure. Now let's go ahead and talk about unhealthy eating with all mukbangers or mukbangers. Because, you know, I say mukbanger, y'all call it mukbanger. However, she's not the only one that consume a lot of unhealthy fast food. Now, 9 out of 10, you know what? Let me take that back. CEKEYUS, she cooks most of the time. Sometimes she orders out. Certain days she orders out, but majority of the time she cooks her food for her and her husband. A lot of these her other counterparts, other mukbangers, who are much smaller in shape, who may also go to the gym, they're consuming unhealthy eating. And let me tell you something, it's always a stigma. It's always a stigma behind that. When it's a bigger person eating unhealthy, a lot of cholesterol, a lot of sugar, a lot of fatty starch, they can accumulate and get diabetes and high blood pressure and have high cholesterol. But they never associate that with smaller mukbangers. It's all unhealthy eating across the board. It's not healthy for you to consume a lot of that fatty stuff, over a long period of time. I don't care if you work out. It's still wear and tear on your body, just like it does a heavier person. But it seems like people give those smaller people passes with their unhealthy eating because they doing motherfucking 10 laps and they in the gym for almost 2 hours or an hour. And they say, oh, that's acceptable. They're not, fat. They don't have rolls. They're not turning into a blob. Okay, they're not letting themselves get bent out of shape like a fat, like a plus size person or a bigger person or a fat person. So they get on a pass, and it's okay for them to eat, like I said, 10 lobsters, 10 crabs, a whole 2 pounds of shrimp, wasting food for a goddamn 10-minute video. It's okay because to their appearance, what we see, they're in shape. So even though they're eating unhealthy, but guess what? They're exercising all that fatty stuff out. Wrong. Motherfucking wrong. Because you'll be surprised, the average person that looks healthy could really be unhealthy inside. They can be diabetic. They can also have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And they also can have kidney failure and heart failure. Just like a plus size person can. Who the fuck told y'all uneducated people, unlicensed people that all the goddamn unhealthy choices could lead to medical issues is for the overweight people? Who told y'all that? It could be for the smaller in shape people too. So a lot of America is really, really misled and uneducated in the health department that anything bad is always because it always goes on plus size heavier people. But like I said, let a skinny person does it and it's okay. It's okay for them to eat, pounds and pounds of fried chicken. They look good. They don't have fat on their body. So it's acceptable. Bullshit. Stop believing that bullshit, okay? That shit is wrong. That shit is wrong and it's ignorant. But that's all I got to say about this, y'all.